Can't tell people
If
that.
he was a Muslim, I'll punch him because he shouts.
Sister.
I'll punch everybody. Yeah. Don't self-defense.
My
Don't
sister.
Every verse
self-defense.
in the Quran gives any right to
This
woman
doesn't
to
come from
punch
my
a man.
Muslim.
Here is
It comes from my
here is the clay again.
It comes from my French
Here is the
Muslim.
clay again.
This
Yeah?
is the
It doesn't
husband
come- no.
who hits,
Hello,
according
hello.
to Surah
Well,
4,
wake up,
verse
wake up.
34.
This doesn't come from my Muslim
Even
origin.
though
It comes from my
religion of
French
peace
revolutionary
followers
side.
are treating my brother that they will
calm
punch
down.
him,
Cut it.
and speakers
Cut
one of
it.
those things are difficult.
No.
Even
My
though
sister.
You talk too much.
you want to
Bye.
be
I have
faithful
go.
to Islam.
You cannot
is-
function.
I
with
will
you.
never
Always
give
because
you
you came with your
my
mind.
next speakers
A belligerent mind. You came
my
with a
brother
belligerent
sister.
mind.
the police.
I should call the police. Why
For
not?
what? For what?
Why
He
shouldn't
didn't,
you call the
he
police?
didn't touch her.
Yeah, you call the police. Junior, call
So
the
do
police.
you think
No, don't be
do
stupid.
you
Don't
think
be
stupid.
should she punch him?
No.
Well, if it-
Oh, no,
Do you
we're back
think-
to
should she
stupidity.
punch him?
Junior, help.
Thank
you
you.
didn't shout at her.
Why are you shouting at me?
Hey, my
No, you
sister.
are raising your voice.
Don't raise your
My-
voice.
Okay, let's go.
You know I come
My
back
my
here
sister.
because
Hello.
I am told I need to love
All
you.
right.
I am
You've been
told
talking-
I need to pray for those who
Hey,
don't
you
can't
love
talk
us
into people.
and who persecute us.
This is uncivilized.
Yes, teaching of the religion of Islam.
Okay.
So-called peaceful religion.
All right.
Muslim woman tells the Christian man, I'm gonna punch you. Every Muslim is silent.
My-
Don't you see?
Can I say
There is
something
a
about it?
problem in the religion of peace.
Can I say
Yes, sir.
something about it? Okay. You've been talking about killing. My brother, you've been talking about killing and violence, but you don't realize majority of the killers, the Muslims who doing the violence in the Middle East, they're all born in Europe. Majority of ISIS, they're all 20s born in Europe. They've been going to English school, French school, European school. That's enough, my brother. Let me
Just a minute.
Let me finish. Here you go. Let me finish. You've been talking for a long time. You've been talking for a long time. So you're not listening now.
Yeah, finish your point.
So
sir,
they
I'm gonna
they
respond.
grown up here in Europe. They've been educated in English in European school, and they go English, British, French, American, European passport. They flew from here to Turkey. There's people waiting for them. Take them, train them, and make a violence. Do you
Turkey, huh?
do you hear, guys? Do you hear? Do you my point? My point. The violence you allow the violence to grown up. There was a cooperation between America and Saudi Arabia to build more mosques and to be with the violence box to get this a new version of extremism to make you divide people to let you from Egypt come in here against me from Iraq against everybody to divide people. But behind of this is a politics. It's nothing to do with religion.
Sir, what's your name? Sir, what's your name?
My name is Adam Tom Muafa. Well, my name is important.
Whatever. So let me respond to that. Can I just congratulate you? First of all, identifying those people who fight in the name of religion as a Muslim. And Muslim by definition, I am sure you would agree with me, those people who follow the teaching someone called Allah and who also follow someone called Muhammad. It doesn't matter where is their money come from. Important thing is where their ideology come from.
Follow the
And
Spartans.
I am
Follow
very
the
grateful.
Spartans.
That's
It's
right.
time.
That's right.
And that's all right. Can
I
I
am very
can I just
grateful.
can I?
haven't finished. I am very grateful
can we
that
do-
we identify them as a Muslim.
No, I heard that.
I haven't
my
finished.
sister. We
I
can't-
haven't
my,
finished.
don't. Well,
I
I'm trying to
haven't
save you
finished.
energy and time.
I haven't finished.
I'm trying.
Since we identify them as a Muslim,
Is that your cameraman?
and he is not identifying them as a heretical Muslims or cults, but
Okay.
as Muslims.
Okay.
Doesn't matter where they are born.
Can we just?
Important point
Can
is
we-
they follow something called Quran. They follow someone
Can-
called Muhammad.
Yeah.
And Saudi Arabia
Can we-
is so-called a country
Can we?
Yeah.
which follows the teachings of
Right.
Allah.
Can we discuss
and
this point?
Muhammad.
Can we discuss
Please
it?
do check that out.
Can we discuss this
So,
point?
My question to you.
No, I need to
my
make a
question
comment.
to you,
And
can
Muslim
you
Brotherhood.
please-
Muslim
Can you
Brotherhood is
please
behind.
tell me
Yeah.
actions of ISIS?
Okay.
If there is anything you think
Okay.
discredits the teachings of Muhammad and teachings of Allah.
Can I just comment first before answering your question? We have to understand the violence is starting after 2003. This is why after invasion of Iraq. This is why the ISIS has been created in that time. But also, I need to take you back a little bit to the 1980s when Al-Qaeda been exist by money in Al-Qaeda.
19 what?
1980, 1998, sorry. 1998, funded by who?
Muhammad.
My brother. Please have respect. Can we have
Muslim
respect?
Brotherhood.
Do you think we can have a conversation like
Muslim
this?
Brotherhood.
Can
is
my brother?
funding-
Can I just
funding
finish?
them, yeah.
Can I just finish? They funded by who? By America. Listen, my brother.
No,
You need to face.
no. Muslim Brotherhood
You
is
need
doing.
to have respect.
Yeah,
Little bit of
yeah,
respect. So you can have your turn, okay?
No, but you are
Once a
telling lie.
time. Once a
You are-
time. Not once a time. Once a time. Once a
telling lie,
time.
yeah.
Once a time.
We'll get chance to
We'll get a chance to talk. So she was coming about this kind of people who is making a violence. It's called ISIS, Al Qaeda, or I'll give you more Boko Haram in Africa. So that is not by accidentally. It's all they coming from one source. What is called, and you know it. Everybody know what is called that source of teaching. Wahhabism. And Wahhabism is funded by, you making a mistake between the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab is nothing, is a scholar of teaching. So you need to understand when you're telling people about Muhammad, the Prophet, there's a difference between the Prophet and different between the violence man is called Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. And also you know, because you're from Egypt. Are you from Turkey? That's fantastic. That's fantastic. You're from Turkey. Do you know the whole, I would say not all, the majority of ISIS who flew from Europe or Africa, they landed in Turkey airport, and Turkish government, your government, taking them somewhere, train them, and send them to Iraq and Syria.
So let me respond to you now.
So what? Let me. You're asking a
supposed to
question.
ask- yeah,
I'm going to
ask
ask a
the
question.
question. Yeah, yes.
So what you thinking about these thousands of they landing in Turkey? Turkish government, your government, they helping them, they train them and send them to Syria and Iraq. What are you talking? What are you saying about that?
So I'm gonna first respond. I'm gonna pass the ball to my brother because he wanted to comment some of the things you said. So are you
No, it's
listening?
not Khawarij. They're Muslim, my brother.
Are
They're
you
Muslim
listening?
Wahhabis, my brother. Sorry, my brother. Let me see 1 second.
I would love you to bring.
Can you answer
like
my
answer-
question as well?
So
Yeah.
let me respond to you.
Of course.
So I just heard what you said, and I'm very disappointed. Even though you try to give a lecture and pretend that this is the Oxford class, yet you fail to answer my question. My question still stands. What are the actions of ISIS? What are the things those followers of ISIS who also follow religion called Islam, who also follow the teachings of the Quran and teachings of Muhammad did goes against the teaching of Islam? Give me the top 10
How
list
many you repeat this,
what
my
they
sister?
have
Can we
done
move on?
which goes against the teachings
My
of the
sister,
Islam.
you said that
Sir,
so many times. Can
sir,
we get something in you now?
Sir,
I'm hearing this
I did
about
not
3 times.
Get a response to the question. I simply ask, isn't that sad? I don't care, as I expressed to you, where the money comes from. I care for the ideology.
I think
It
I-
is the
I think I answered your
ideology.
question. Where's
It
that
is
teaching come from?
dangerous. Teaching doesn't come from the Wahhabis. Teaching does come from.
Quran and Hadith. Yeah.
Come on, guys. You should know by
Quran
now.
and Hadith.
Teaching
Your
comes
cameraman
from
should be a fair man, not with the one person, okay? Should be a fair man. This is the fucking media. That's an example of the media. Sorry, my sister. Example of the media. They always have an agenda.
Stop deflecting.
It's my
Answer
turn,
the question.
Please let me respond what you said. Teaching doesn't come from America. Teaching doesn't come from Saudi Arabia. Teaching comes from the book called Quran.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
And
actions
hadith. Yeah.
and practices
No,
are
my brother,
coming
my brother. No,
from
brother. Okay.
man called
No.
Muhammad.
Yes.
They don't want to
Even
conversation,
though
they want a
This
chaos.
Muslim brother wants to make a case. Muhammad was so
My
peaceful.
sister, we heard that. Can you
He
answer the
has
question
nothing to
now?
do with the
You
violence.
said that so many times. I heard
Please,
it.
Keep
please,
quiet, keep quiet.
Watch out the Pharisees.
Okay, answer-
Muhammad was not
My brother,
that
don't
peaceful.
please. Let
If
the conversation
Muhammad
go.
was peaceful, then he changed the definition of the peace. According to Muhammad, definition of the peace is in 627.
I think she's taking longer than
you
mine.
would enter a
You take a
Jewish
longer
tribe
time than me, my
and
sister.
You take the life of Jewish people.
There you go.
That is the definition of the peace.
Can you answer the question
Killing
now?
the people
Can you answer the question now?
Definition of the peace according to Allah, you would chop the hands and
Unbelievable.
feet of people who
I'm going to answer it.
mischief.
I'm going to
Can you
answer it.
can you tell us answer the question now?
What ISIS is doing is they are practicing so peaceful man called Muhammad's actions.
Somebody third person tell her to answer the
I
question.
will answer. I will
They
answer.
are
No, you,
practicing
no, you.
teachings
I'm asking
of
her
the
the question.
Quran
You
that
nothing to
is
do. You
only
Indian. You
thing.
nothing to do with
And
Turkish.
you already noticed Muslim brother failed to give me answer. What are the top 10 things ISIS did when against the teachings
My brother, can you
of
tell her to answer the
Islam?
question? Been taking a long
And
time.
there was no response. So, brother,
My sister, be quiet, please, my sister.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sister.
you hold
Thank
that,
you.
ma'am?
So
No,
your
no.
Answer.
No, you can't do. No, one by one. I can't check you. I can't check you.
Answer for your question.
I can't check you. It's not fair. That's a fair.
Answer for
I'm
your
not
question.
asking you
Yeah,
the
no,
question.
no.
I'm asking
You said-
her.
You said.
Here you go.
I will be
Here you
given
go.
a time.
Here you go.
You said.
Here
I
you
will
go.
be given
Can
a
you
time.
stop?
you said you will
you
give
said-
me the
No,
said
I did
you
ask
will
you a
give me
question
the time.
about your Turkish government
No,
helping ISIS to go to Syria.
Let me respond to that.
My brother.
Let me respond. Let me respond. I love to
No, you
respond to that.
you step back. You have nothing to do with this conversation.
Sir,
Answer my
sir,
question.
Don't treat my brother like that. You already
What
told
I
him
said
you
to
are
my
gonna
brother,
give.
I said I
You
didn't ask him the
already
question.
told him that you are going to give him time.
My
okay? So
sister, I
please
said to
be
him,
respectful.
I asked
So
her the
let
question.
Let me respond
Unbelievable.
about the Turkey.
Can you bring somebody intelligent here to talking to? I asked you the question.
I got 5 degrees.
Okay, fantastic.
Here comes your daddy then.
You
Here
got-
comes your daddy.
Here you go. Here you go.
Here comes your daddy.
Here you go. Here you go.
Here comes your daddy then. Come on, daddy. Come on.
Here you go. Can you answer the question now?
Yes, I love to answer the question.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
I am.
here comes your daddy.
Fuck off! Shut up, man.
He's
Don't
going
think
to.
like that, sir.
Shut up. Have a
This
respect.
is not a Sharia corner.
My brother, we have a conversation, and I asked a question. She asked me a question. Can you be quiet, please? Can somebody tell him to be
You
quiet?
said
Unbelievable.
Bring some intelligent. Bring some
And
intelligent.
my brother, you stop both of them. I'm asking the lady. Hey. Do you live in England? You haven't learned one thing from here.
Whether it is.
Two people talking at the same time is not acceptable.
Let him finish. Come on.
It's not acceptable.
No, it's my turn now.
Shut
It's my
up,
turn now.
man.
It's my
I did
turn.
ask you a question earlier. You've been talking for maybe 30 minutes. What do you think about your Turkish government who helped ISIS to join to go to Syria and Iraq? You haven't said nothing. Okay, can you answer the question?
I am surprised and disappointed. Even though you did not answer my question,
Unbelievable.
it was all right for you to ask me question. But I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna be generous and I'm gonna respond to your question. First of all, please apologize that you accused me being of Egyptian in your time.
Can you answer the question?
I'm gonna answer.
Unbelievable.
Just wait, I'm getting
Don't
there.
be
I'm here for 30
impatient.
minutes.
Don't be impatient.
That was a tacky.
In 30 minutes. Do you know how to get frustrated when somebody tries to move away? Can you answer the question? What you think about your Turkish government who helped ISIS? But she's not answering the question.
Well, let her answer the question.
No, you're not Turkish. Sorry, I'm asking her. No, brother, I'm asking her, please. Do you have some respect, people? Come on, sister.
Okay, I'd love to see how you are gonna show your respect as I speak. So I am disappointed that you are putting me to defend or talk about the actions of the
I'm
Turkey.
getting her.
You're not even listening.
You're not even listening.
You just like
Chill out.
I'm trying to keep him quiet.
Chill out,
trying to
Bob.
give you an answer. You don't
I'm
even
trying to tell him
listen.
to quiet.
Take the plank out of your own eye, brother, before you start taking the speck of dust out of someone else's. Sorry,
Do you want to hear the answer?
Go on.
Big up man like Yogi B.
So, I am assuming while all those followers of Islam who follow the book and who follow the teachings of
Fucking
Muhammad.
hell, answer the question! You know, answer the question! You listen. No, we've been talking, we've been saying that. My brother. We've been talking, you just arrived. You just arrived. She been asked me so many, my brother. She's been asked me so many questions. I answer it. But you don't answer the question.
Can you please wait until I put the dot end of the sentence? Because so far, I just putting the commas, okay? Listen carefully.
Please, answer.
So, I can assume that you already been to Turkey to see where the Turkish government is also claiming to follow the religion of peace, Islam, the Quran and Muhammad, who is so much followed
Here you
by
go into the Quran and Muhammad. She's not answering the question.
She is answering the question.
I'm asking somebody a question. My brother.
Give her 3 minutes without interrupting. I'll time.
I'll time. For 30 minutes, I'll get the answer.
I'm not gonna waste my time with someone who failed to bring his ears and his brain to speaker's corner.
That's right.
Sir, this is last time. I'm gonna make the statement and I'm gonna walk away because I can see the teachings of Islam, how you are representing it, and at speaker's corner, which is not Sharia corner, it's not acceptable.
Answer
So,
to her now.
3 minutes.
I can assume, all I can do is I can assume that while Turkish government is training the followers of Islam, those people who follow the Quran, those people who follow the teachings of Muhammad, and training them as the fighter for ISIS in the goal of caliphate to come, in the goal of Islam to come and reign. What should I expect? A country who claims there is only one version of Islam, that is the teachings of Muhammad and teachings of Quran, and they simply want to support that, sir. Why do you want me to judge that? While as a Muslim, you are silent. While as a Muslim, you do not even condemn the teachings of actions of ISIS as a cult or as a non-Muslim. They follow the teachings of Muhammad. They follow the teachings of the Quran. So, can you please tell me, while Muhammad was so peaceful, why he killed over 600 men? While Ali, who you follow, was so peaceful, burned people alive. If your religion is that peaceful, and the actions of ISIS does not come from the teachings of Muhammad, are you here today to tell us Quran should put to bin? Are you here to tell us teachings of Muhammad should be condemned? That's all I am asking you, sir. Give me top 10 things that ISIS went against the teachings of Islam.
First of all, I need to make a comment before I answer your question. Turkey are a member of Europe. Turkey, let me finish. You've been talking, I've been listening.
Turkey is not part of the EU.
You've been talking, okay. Shall I shut up now? You can come in? Turkey is a bigger friend of America, England, France, in Europe, and everybody. And everybody knows that. Listen up. Turkey is a part of what you call it, European defense, whatever. Element, my brother, NATO. Turkey is not Arabs. Turkey is claimed that are Europe. Also, you ignoring what I said earlier. I said majority of those Muslims, young Muslim who join ISIS, they all born in Europe. They all have connection. Listen to this. I say for the last 25 years that we have a two fashion state in Middle East, Israel and Saudi Arabia.
Fucking Israel.
Listen, my brother. Israel and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia are the most violent dictator country in the world. And Saudi Arabia funding every single madrasas and extremism. My brother. And the eye of America. America told them to fund. For the last 25 years, how many mosques has been building in Europe?
Too many.
How many mosques has been building in Africa?
Too many.
Money of who?
Saudi Arabia.
This America doesn't know that? I'll give you another example. Statistically, they said more than 100,000 ISIS, they flow from everywhere to Turkey in Jordan to go from Turkey to Syria. Do you think? Yes, that's statistically. Do you think satellite of America doesn't see those people?
America's not got a Christian
The satellite can see
constitution.
us now. We're talking to speakers.
America's not got a Christian constitution. Saudi Arabia says that it follows the deen of Islam. That's the difference.
My brother, Saudi Arabia is your friend. Saudi Arabia.
not my friend.
Listen, my brother.
part of the
Listen,
church.
my
Saudi
brother.
Arabia is
Listen,
not a
my
friend
brother.
of the
Why
church.
stop me? She's been talking. You've been listening.
No worries, sir.
My-
I'm listening.
The prince of Saudi Arabia was here for 3 months ago, bought billion of money.
Mohammed bin
to-
Salman is
my brothers,
idiot.
wait.
He's idiot. He killed people.
Hey,
He's killed the people.
my brother, please wait. Billion of money. He bought a weapon from here. He bought a weapon from America. Is that correct or not?
America's not got a
Is it
Christian
correct or not?
constitution.
Where's that
You're
weapon
talking
got
to
to?
Christians.
This weapon got to
trying to blame
hand of ISIS.
Christians
You
for
been
the actions
supporting
in
ISIS.
America, and America doesn't
You
claim
been supporting
to be
ISIS.
Christian.
Let me
You
respond.
created
Saudi
ISIS.
Arabia
Let me
does
respond.
claim
We have
to
nothing
be
to do with
Islamic.
ISIS. My brother,
Let me respond what you
listen,
said, sir.
I'm not finished yet. So you're cutting me all the time. You're taking my time away.
That's what you were doing.
No, I haven't. I was listening.
Take your time.
I was listening.
Take your
I'm
time.
from Iraq.
Take your time.
I'm from Iraq. We have a Christian and Jewish and all other religion live in my country, neighbor to each other. The problem starts since 2003 when you invaded Iraq. Do
Not a fact.
you understand? Do
persecuted in
you
Iraq.
understand?
Christians
Saudi
were
Arabia
persecuted in Iraq.
Saudi Arabia funding you.
Christians
It's funding is
were
that man as well.
second-class citizens in Iraq for 1400 years.
I've been watching you guys here for months. I come from Manchester, yeah?
No, I speak a corner. Let me finish. Let me finish, my brother. Let me finish, my brother. Let me finish my boy. She was saying, my brother. I would go farther than that. You said your religion is a peaceful religion. Yes, I agree. But you people, Muslim and Jewish and Christian, that you hijack the religion. We never had a black man running the top of the religion for all the three big religions. Jewism.
1 minute.
My brother, wait. Muslim
How
and
long was
Christianity.
slavery? What
Always
did
white
slavery on
man
That's not
running
true.
this one. That's true.
No, that's not true. We had African
Tell me in
popes.
history.
We've had African
You
popes.
don't have.
The Coptic
You don't have.
All the Coptic
You all
popes are
bullshit
African.
religion.
All the patriarchs of Ethiopia are
Sorry
African.
of my language.
Okay, all right.
And the Pope in Rome has been African. You're
calm down,
lying.
bullshit.
You don't know the history of the church.
Which church? King of it? What? You talking about the English church? The
Greek church.
No. Let's go to the English church. We're here in Britain.
Let's go to
Let's go to
ISIS.
the English church.
Let's
in
go to
Britain.
ISIS.
Why can't I don't know how this runs, brother. I thought the speaker's
My
corner.
brother.
You come here.
My brother.
I didn't know.
Why they have a three?
If I had to put an application in this, you should have told me. Do you get me, bro? But what I'm trying to say is every time I watch these conversations,
Turkey, the most criminal government, same as Saudi Arabia.
you're saying you're right. You're saying you're right.
Yeah, but
there's
I'm
no in
arguing
between.
from facts.
Yeah, but what
He's
then-
arguing
that's-
from
that's-
rhetoric.
No, that's not.
He's
that's-
just making
you're being
catchphrases.
ignorant. You're
I'm
taking
talking
what's
from
right.
history.
You're taking
That's the
what fits
difference.
you. No, you're taking what fits your bill.
Right, brother, listen to what he said.
Where's
He
about my
said-
history?
He said.
What about my history 2003? What about my
He
history
said-
2003?
He said.
What's about my history
He
2003?
said that there's never been a black man in charge of the church. I.e., there's never been an African in charge of the church. But for 2,000 years, the Coptic Church is an indigenous African church whose popes were African. The current pope of the Coptic Church is Tewodros II. He's African. The patriarch of the Ethiopian Church is African. And the Roman Church has had popes from Africa. So his argument might sound like a nice catchphrase, but it's factually ignorant. And if you're going to argue against the facts, then you need to go away and study.
Yes.
Listen, can you tell me one? Can you tell me in your history one black man was the head of a Christianity religion in the whole 4,000 years?
Yes, the current patriarch of Ethiopia.
How many of them? How many? How many? One?
No, for 2,000 years. That church is 2,000 years old. It's as old as the church in Rome.
Before the Romans took over Christianity.
What about women?
When the Romans took over, there was no black man.
Never
What
took
about
over
women?
Christianity.
What about women?
Christians took over the Roman Empire.
What about women?
Get your history
What about
right.
women? What? Women in your religion, same is a second class, is same Saudi women in Saudi Arabia.
Excuse
You never
me,
give her any chance
whose
to be a head of
prophet
religion.
said that the majority of those in hell are women? Muhammad. Who said that women are like fields, go into them and plough them? Muhammad. Who said that the weakness of a woman was worth half that of a man? Muhammad. Who said that if you are raped, you need 4 witnesses. Muhammad. I don't need to take a lecture from a Muslim about equality between the genders. By contrast, what did the apostles teach? The apostles taught that there is neither man nor woman, Greek nor Jew, slave nor free, for all are one in Jesus Christ. That's the difference between our two religions.
This is what he reading from Wahhabism source. The first one, let me tell you something. He doesn't know our history. The first one, the wife of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, she was a businesswoman. He was working for her. She was paying his wages.
When they were pagans.
My brother, wait.
You liar! Liar!
I'm a liar.
He worked for her before he became a prophet, and you're trying to claim the equality of pagan Mecca as Islamic. That's a lie. That's a lie.
This is why you're arguing with other people. Let me talk. No, you've been talking. Let me say
Was
something.
Khadija
No,
Muhammad pagan at the time? When they married, were they pagan?
Let me finish.
Were they pagan?
Yes,
they were pagan.
They were pagan. You're claiming the equality of pagan Mecca as Islamic, and it's not. When Muhammad entered and dominated Arabia, the position of women went down, not up.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let him talk.
That's a fact.
This is what you're reading about. What you're reading about wrote it 250 years after the Prophet Muhammad died.
I agree.
Listen, my brother. Listen, you want to? I know you're reading from Wahhabism source. That's my brother. You're reading from Wahhabism source. Can you fucking give me a chance to say something?
Tell me. Answer the question.
No. If you not allow me to tell me.